at this time in the episode, we kind of go through a location profile, but Wisconsin, I'm sure many of you have been here before. It's a mixture of, you've got a lot of farmland in the south, and there's a lot of vast forests in the northern part of the state, and we also have a very big coastline on the east side of the state with Lake Michigan. So instead of kind of going through the location profile of the state, I'm going to just talk about a couple fun facts that people may not know about Wisconsin. So fun fact number 1, Marathon County, Wisconsin produces the entire ginseng grown in the United States, which amounts to roughly 10% of the world's supply. Now, Joe, I knew Wisconsin produced a lot of ginseng, but I didn't know it was 10% of the world's supply. That's pretty crazy.
That's a significant amount.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Fun fact number 2, the state symbol of Wisconsin, the badger, does not refer to the animal as most people think. Rather, it refers to the lead miners of the 1820s who traveled for work and even dug tunnels to find somewhere to sleep and stay warm. So that's pretty interesting.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
That one, I always thought it was the animal. When I was looking through some of the notes and stuff, I was like, holy cow, I did not know that. So I learned that one.
Yeah. Fun fact number 3, EAA Air Venture Oshkosh, which I've been to many times. My dad's a pilot, so growing up, we were always at Oshkosh. It's the largest meeting of aviators in the world. Since 1970 has been held right here every summer. During the event, which takes place over a period of a week, the Oshkosh Control Tower becomes the busiest aircraft control tower in the world, with approximately 15,000 aircraft landings and 500,000 visitors. It's a really fun thing to do. There's usually a lot of cool military jets on display, and they do flybys and aerobatic shows and a lot of really cool stuff to see. Joe, have you made it to EAA before?
I actually have never gone to the event. I've been driving through while it was going on, and it always just seems so crazy, and I was never that into planes that I just kind of avoided it, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's just, 500,000 visitors for the week. Like, it's insane. There's so many people that go there.
Yeah, it's really cool. I suggest anyone that's in Wisconsin, I think it happens usually the end of July or early August, to check it out if they're around here. It's cool. Even if you're not that into planes, it's just a spectacle.
It's usually followed up by like a smaller show in Milwaukee that I go to. I do that.
Yeah, the Air and Water Show. That's also a really fun show.
Yeah.
So fun fact number 4, the Wisconsin Dells boasts the most number of water parks in a single area in the entire world. Now, I knew this one, but I always find it funny because Wisconsin really has maybe 3 or 4 good months of weather that you could go to a water park.
I know, it's so crazy that we're like, our climate does not scream water parks, but we got the most of them in one spot in the whole world.
And I haven't been to a water park in the Dells since I was a kid, but we used to always go to Noah's Ark. I think that's the biggest water park there.
Yeah, now Mount Olympus has been growing, and I've started going back with my kids, and it's like cool again.
Yeah.
Like, I was like cool in the 70s, then it like gets like to be this old thing that's like dying out, and now people are kind of like back into that old like travel, visit kitschy northern towns again.
Yeah.
So it's like growing again.
Yeah, and the Dells is definitely one of those vacation spots. Very, it's, I don't know how to describe it.
It's not expensive, and it's a great time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. There's a lot around there, and it's not expensive, and you can have a really fun time.
So our final fun fact is close to where Joe and I live. Summerfest, which is held in Milwaukee, attracts over 1 million visitors every year. This is enough visitors to get this festival into the Guinness Book of World Records as the largest music festival in the world. And Joe, you and I have been to Summerfest probably more times than I can count.
Oh, I used to work for it.
I've seen so many good bands at Summerfest. And for people that don't know, there's a main stage where you have to pay extra to get in, and then there's tons of free stages. And over the years, I've seen a lot of bands that have started on the free stages and then eventually end up on the main stage as the main act for each day. So it's really cool to go see
for those who don't know, it's like, what is it, $15 to get in?
Yeah.
And that's like all, like, you get into the main park. Like, think of like going to Six Flags Great America. You pay an entrance fee, then you can just wander around and go to any roller coaster. Well, instead of roller coasters, there are a bunch of stages where you have like, Third Eye Blind, Weird Al Yankovic. You'll have
REO Speedwagon.
REO Speedwagon. We had What are some of the bigger ones that we had that were they're just completely free? You can walk up to them, and there might be a stage right next to it where another band's playing, but there's pretty big bands. Like Kid Rock came, and like he was on one of the free stages once. Slash's Snake Pit. So there are so many bands that come over. Was it a week and a half, 2 weeks? And every night there's main acts that are playing at every single stage. There's like 5 or 6 side stages, and then one main one that you can pay more, where you're very large, like Taylor Swift will end up going to the big one.
Yeah, and usually it's around the 4th of July, so there's always a big fireworks display usually halfway through it. So yeah, really cool event, and a cool fact that, you know, Milwaukee's not that big of a city, but we've got one of the world's largest music festivals. So
yeah, except they canceled it this year because of COVID. That was terrible.
I know. I don't even want to talk.
It was like the first year in like 15 years I didn't go.
I know. So that is the end of the fun